Toon Link, Zero Suit, mid-range versus Zoner, but at the same time, Biddy will be getting in his face as well and comboing him, and that's exactly what I alluded to in the beginning. Taking out bomb led into a nair, back air, and now 63%, arguably from just that first interaction.
Oh my goodness, you were not kidding. Immediately
3, 2, 1, go to the face.
Juice
Are we talking
coming
about
out
that?
swinging.
I
Yeah,
don't even know
just,
how he did it.
it's absolutely phenomenal. Just runs in, puts on the aggression from the moment he's able to be actionable, right? He's in your face, he's throwing out these hitboxes, and Biddy didn't even have a chance to interpret what's going on.
Exactly. Juice is all about the violence, all about the pressure, and, you know, we do see Biddy kind of keeping him out a little bit with Zair, but of course with Juice having a Zair of his own, you know, it will definitely clash, but the backer seals it right there in the first minute. But Biddy's getting a little bit started here. Now pushing Juice into 66%, but definitely nothing in kill percent. And even though, and that's the beauty about players like Juice, like even though they're all about aggro, they know how to wait. They know how to be patient because they know that if they were to act earlier than they should, that could just be just free damage for their opponent. And right there we saw Biddy try to like air dodge, bait something, and Juice wasn't moving.
Man, that's actually a very smart awareness of the matchup as well. He understands that Toon Link has a very high committal grab. He knows not going to opt to go for it super often, so he's just wasting shield, especially if he has a full shield. Oh my goodness, almost reads his soul.
That would have been very soul-crushing only because it would have been off of something that was totally preventable.
Right.
But Biddy, you know, he is not out of the fight. He is definitely continuing on with pressure of his own. But again, having this, you know, these stubby limbs, this stubby sword, he's definitely competing with ZSS herself with her just beautiful hitboxes, just seek to oppress him.
Go ahead and throw that boomerang, tries to throw behind, but we already see Juice is already there. It's like he's a step ahead, tries to throw behind again, but the immediate boost kick out of shield. Not enough to kill, but Biddy is lifelines, man.
A constant threat and beautiful item manipulation here. A forward air into the grab from Biddy, but of course, Juice seals it out. But again, that's really nice, you know, Toon Link play that we've come to see now with, you know, being able to throw the bomb into the shield. If it bounces off, you catch it with a fair, which again is more shield pressure, and then you still get bomb at the end of it. But, you know, with Juice, I mean, that sort of fumbling around could you know, be time lost. So we'll see how Biddy maybe changes it up because, you know, as we saw 3, 2, 1, go, Juice is right there in your face.
Man, my man rocking the crown.
Yeah, just running forward, not even running forward and shielding, running forward and spot dodging, just running forward.
There we go, up tilt strings. This leads to a lot of free damage. Quick 38, almost 40% off of that one move itself. Links into itself nice and easy and gives Biddy a little bit of a chance to start to breathe. He already knows that Juice is going to come out the gate swinging. Tries to slow it down from the get-go, and it's working out for him. Yeah,
and we saw that Boomerang got stuffed by Zero Suit's Nair. I mean, the startup on all those projectile throws are just so, like, light years, just like years longer than all of Zero Suit's moves practically. So we're going to have to see, you know, Biddy potentially adjusting for that. Nair into down B that didn't actually happen there. So we see a little bit of hesitation on Juice's part, but I'm guessing he knew that the angle was way too shallow for Biddy to, you know, get killed by that.
Okay, manages to get that boomerang throw, throws another one, realizing it's been his most effective option thus far. Definitely had a bomb conversion there that he dropped, unfortunately for him, but not quite at kill percent yet.
Zair to grab, to back throw to Zair again.
Oh my god,
and
no.
a premature down B comes out. Biddy survives, but we do see a second ledge grab. Biddy capitalizes that with a down air, spiking Juice into his first stock's demise.
Yeah, staying awake, Biddy is privy, recognizing that, yes, I've been hit by quite a bit of stuff already in this set, but you're not going to be able to get this sleeper option on me.
Dash attack clips him. Of course, sometimes it's not all about the move itself, but what it does to your opponent, sending him above. But unfortunately, Juice wasn't able to capitalize, and Biddy is just taking his time right now with projectiles. Now above Zero Suit, the worst spot to be, but something unique that Biddy has is, of course, that lingering down air, but Juice will be one to capitalize on that.
And those moves from Toon Link that stay out for a while, the up air and the down air, very
great awareness.
Yeah, but those moves, they're very strong so that they can hit air dodges.
Very safe, of course. Getting dug into the ground for a down smash. Juice knew, okay, this is my opportunity. We're going to kill him above 100%, and he did just that. But we are looking at a 0 to 71 even though Biddy has not been using the sword to the lengths that many people would say is, you know, threatening, he is always got it on right there. He's always got
Beautiful.
it on lock. That sword coming out either with forward air or even forward smash, as he was sort of hinting at before, like, I can do this. This can, like, end you very quickly. You know, he seals it out and takes that second game.
There we go, bomb in a forward air. Was looking for that earlier on, but wasn't able to find it. But this time around, it's going to be the game-winning conversion. So we're going to go ahead and move on to game 3, and to just being another set added to the mix of going back and forth, 1-1. This is, like we said earlier, everything is best of 5 today, so there's just more time for adaptation to really see who at the end of the night is the best player.
Yeah, Smashville, Final Destination, now Battlefield. Very, very, you know, it's very easy to discern why Juice would choose Battlefield. The platform's definitely helping with the landing, but also the extension of his up air combos. We could see a ladder here happening as early as 12% on link, but again, Juice is probably very comfortable here, and that's why he chose Battlefield.
Yeah, we actually see Biddy opt to go for a grab right there. It's going to miss the mark, but still, it seems to be a complete turnaround. And Biddy has been able to figure out a way to keep his oppression going while managing to avoid all of the hitboxes that Juice has been throwing out. Oh my God!
Beautiful. Bomb into up air, 15%. I mean, Biddy, of course, you know, a player of great, you know, caliber. He has some of the wackiest Toon Link combos, but Juice also, you know, being a player of great stature himself, but, you know, we're seeing right here 15%. I mean, that's something that Juice definitely doesn't want.
Oh, and some bravery exhibited from Juice right there. Going to go ahead and go for that grab, but it's looking like for Biddy, he's just having the time of his life as he gets ladder combo to oblivion. But even then, right, he has built himself a very strong lead. You know, his up a stock, has a lot of percent racked up. He's landing all these bomb conversions, looking like the Demolition Man, just exploding and getting all these connections.
Yeah, it's something that, again, with your opponent racking damage and you not doing the same, you try to force situations, but Juice will have to take his time into getting the perfect setup, especially on a character as, you know, he's kind of like Scrappy Doo. You know, he's like small, Toon Link, but also like packs a punch, and he could be very threatening when you least expect it, only because of like his arsenal. That runs pretty deep. I mean, that all his smashes with sword and his aerials can just really catch you off guard.
You can just see just a various different amount of traps he's laying out for Juice, throwing the boomerang and the bomb immediately after, saying, get hit by one and I can convert into a kill. So it's really up to Juice to play immaculately, but it's hard to get through the arsenal of Toon Link.
Yeah, back throw, sending him off stage. Bomb is online, throwing it up with the boomerang, returning. We almost had a connect on the up smash from the stray hit of Boomerang returning. That's also something you got to keep track of. Where is Boomerang coming back? Although it might not look like it does much damage, it's really the position that it puts you in. That of hit stun above Toon Link, which is definitely not where you want to be at 109.
And you have to be careful if you're Biddy. Yes, things are looking good. Yes, it looks like this game is almost in your hands, but we know what a Rage ZSS can do if he's able to get the stock, but the up smash going to go ahead and shut that thought down.
Yeah, and that's a 2-stock, you know, and where we started to speak about, you know, the sort of pressure that Biddy would constantly be under because Juice would be in his face. I mean, we see him retreating strategically and crossing up Juice using, we saw Arrow, Boomerang, and Bomb, you know, very optimally. You know, like before when he was drawing it on somewhere like Smashville, a little bit tougher, but we saw him very comfortably on Juice's own counter pick of Battlefield. So, you know, he might think twice before taking him back there. We do see him hovering over Smashville. There might be a change of character. They are discussing the rule sets, I think, right now. I think there's no Dave's stupid rule, which means you can't go back to the stage you won on. I think House of 3000 does it like that, and I'm sure this Invitational is the same way. So Dave's stupid rule is not in effect. It is in effect. Okay, so this is the recommended rule set, again, like all majors are using. So you cannot take your opponent to the stage you won on. So we do see a pick now of Dreamland, mirroring some of the same ideals of Battlefield, but as we saw, Biddy performed astoundingly well on Battlefield, so it might play to his advantage once again.
there, looking to get his first grab conversion. Last time we saw Biddy was able to start with an explosion of roughly 40%. This time that's not quite going to happen, but he's able to box out Juice with that jab sequence. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we're seeing the mid-range start up, the ladder start up. We do see that up air take it within 30 seconds with the up B ending the ladder. That might be the theme of a lot of this tournament, as we might see Juice and Nairo get out of very clutch situations, and Mars with that very pesky combo that people either love or hate.
Yeah, especially on Dreamland, on Battlefield, it's a little bit harder to pull off just because of where the blast zones are. But if you get a character that high here, man, it's a wrap for you. Close your eyes.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a different Juice here. He does have a lot more room to play with, and these percentages are definitely in his favor. 69 to 49, 20% difference, now 62, 7% difference. Juice is just dancing around Biddy, but Biddy, of course, showing us before that he's able to recalibrate for his situation, and we saw that lingering down air almost get stuffed by that back air on the side. Juice is definitely aware he cannot just let Toon Link fall on him.
Yeah, and Biddy's wild, man. We just saw him do double roll back into forward smash, trying to pull out everything in the books, but at this point, we're going to a game 5.
Yeah, minute and a half.
Speed run.
Yeah, you know, the down air from Toon Link to the untrained eye is threatening if he's above you.
Right.
Juice recognizes that, repositions himself to be on his sides, right? And of course that back air comes out so quickly and so far that he's able to just knock off Biddy perpendicular to him. You know, because if you're below Toon Link, I mean that's just bad news. So he definitely realized that twice, and so Biddy's gonna have to think about, you know, am I gonna come out with down air if it's guaranteed, or to trick him out, because Juice is definitely now aware.
Immediately starts the game with, I believe, with a bomb conversion into grab, gets a little bit of throw damage there, runs past, knowing that he's going to roll, trying to get the read into a conversion. But unfortunately for Biddy, Juice has turned it around, almost getting the full gauntlet of his combo on to Biddy.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing Juice now very comfortable. Of course, that confidence can be broken down if Biddy's able to pull something off here early with these projectiles that, you know, many would deem tilting, only because you're dealing with so much and it's coming back and it's lingering and the bomb explodes. I mean, Juice is keeping composure right now, but he's also a little bit behind. But with Zero Suit, you definitely can't ever counter out.
You can see how Biddy, you know, despite this being a matchup where you want to do your best to keep Zero Suit at bay, we were talking about earlier, there's never going to be a moment where you're able to keep her out 100% of the time. Yeah,
and he was trying to wait out that air dodge from Biddy, but unfortunately was too high, and the sort of fall speed from Toon Link allowed him to just linger just a little bit more out of range of that back air. And we see them now in neutral again, but with Bomb potentially confirming to a forward air or an up air. We do have Juice on the ropes, but we do have a failed down air. Unfortunately, not kill Biddy.
Ooh, but that will, the Trump back air, the tried and true.
Yeah, you see Juice feeling himself. You see Juice feeling himself. I mean, you saw that and barely was clipped by the up air. Juice again escaping. Beautiful play on his part.
And I love the use of the flip kick from Juice here, right? You know, you see this Toon Link trying to fish for an up air, trying to get you, but he doesn't have the horizontal movement option that you have. Just get out of that scenario, reset yourself, and just play the neutral game that you want to play.
Yeah, and we see now 2 whiffed up smashes from Biddy. He could be getting desperate here. He can't lose his composure, but Bomb into fair now puts it at a tie game.
Yeah, gets out there relatively unscathed, but immediately from the revival platform, we're seeing
dropping
Juice
down with up air. How interesting.
Yeah. Ooh, scary for Biddy.
Air dodged the boomerang on the way back, so Juice is definitely aware. Listen, you didn't get me on the way here. You're not going to get me on the way back.
All right, some bomb tricksies. Not going to trick up a Juice, though. Go ahead and just hold the shield button. Looking for that opening once again. You can see Biddy fishing for those up tilts. Wants to get that chain of a lot of free guaranteed damage.
Yeah, Juice realizing that, rolled out of the way. Unfortunately, didn't catch it on the way back. He gets up tilted twice to a back air. Biddy is now at 71, so this is Juice's advantage, but he is keeping the pace here now and using these items to his advantage, since Juice is left to sort of, you know, bait out a response from afar.
He'll go ahead and throw that bomb, throw the boomerang off the floor for it to come up and around, but it's not going to get Juice off the card.
The patience. Juice knows that any wrong move could lead into potentially getting grabbed by Toon Link or just a blank up smash, which Biddy is known for doing.
Just look at this, tries to find his way down, somehow manages to do so. Oh, but gets clipped by the dash attack once again. A lot of mileage coming out of that move from Juice.
Yeah, classically known as something that ends for Zero Suit much later than one would hope. The utility of dash attack here that Juice is using is to get Biddy above him, hopefully securing a stock by sending him into the blast zone. But we see here that Biddy is just dancing around his shield, and Juice is confident that this takes it on the down smash, stun. Biddy, good games. Juice, good games as well. You could see him kind of like, you know, kicking himself for that because, you know, he landed into it, but Juice slowed it down himself and got the read on that roll. Beautiful stuff by both players. Another game 5.
And then that's kind of crazy, right? Because it's one of those moments.
15 games so far on stream.
He's like